Shen jungle is super fast clear. It's very cheap to build. He spikes really hard on 2 items and is very effective in solo queue specifically. Now, is something that I think so few supports in the league have been able to match. LeBron has had some strong performances, and we'll see if he can do it today. He's taking a ton of damage.
Chunked out, needs to use the heal, but Caliste can chase him down, and Caliste gets first blood.
Caster not cursed right there. I mean, immediately KC make it happen. And one of the big points we had over this weekend was Busio on this Nami, constantly hitting double bubbles, and now Hansama might be in trouble.
Gonna get chased down, has to dodge away from the bubble, still has the barrier and the flash, and won't have to invest either of them. Caliste did barrier himself. Blade, that Q can do a huge amount of damage in the early game. Meanwhile, we see Caliste getting caught a little bit here. Hansama looking for the damage as Skumon comes in for the gank. Aqua Prism, magical journey forward. Caliste still no flash, tries to dash away. But the Darkin Blade finds its first victim.
Skumon's on the map to start things off for G2.
Zone control tools,
sure.
But when you're fighting someone, often the better play is to actually just constantly be putting traps behind them in the midst of the fight, in between weaving your auto attacks to then make it more awkward for them to fight. As the ulti gets dropped.
Public execution in here. Broken Blade flashing away from the hero's entrance from Yahoo. He does still have the taunt, tries to trade back onto Kana, goes in with the taunt, but Kana flashes wisely away from it, and the Winds of War will find their first victim of the game. Yahoo on the board.
The Shin onto LeBron, does have a ward and Tri-Brush to spot him out.
Kana going in with the Eclipse here onto Broken Blade, who only has a Tiamat and a Giant's Belt. BB needs to get out of here, but no flash on him. Kana has the public execution for the chase, doesn't need it. Kana just autos him to death.
I mean, so far the counter pick is not going the way that G2 want. Kana with a healthy advantage out on the top side as the mid laners fight.
And Caps is able to walk away. Cullen coming out of Caliste, tied the Tsunami as well from the Nami.
Skumon is coming in behind though, he's
There's
wrapped the whole way
there's a
around.
flank, double tempered fate. Skumon in with the world ender, double flash away from KC. Flag and drag, ace in the hole, the TP as well. A magical journey out, Skumon needs to get there. The trap on Kana stops him from going any further, but public execution just misses by a sliver. G2 able to extract themselves.
Trades. We're yet to see Broken Blade's first ulti of the game. He doesn't have a huge amount of armor early on as Yahoo. Oh, flash in.
Forward by Caps to block the Justice Punch. Skumon on the chase as well. The chains won't get the pullback on the Yahoo, who does flash himself. Shockwave still catches him though. And G2 get the kill on the enemy mid just before the Dragon. Yike looks for the flag and drag, can't land it. There's the Stand United. Caps gonna have a partner in crime in the middle of the Cataclysm. Kana diving forward, immediately taunted. A good temper fate on Busio. Stops him getting anywhere near the action. As G2 clean up in mid.
I mean, G2, when the chips are down, when you need to make a play, the place you have to look is in the middle lane.
But he's about to match this topside play. Yike trying to hide in the bush, doesn't realize he's on vision. Skumon is swept. They're trying to make a play towards Caps, but once more, Skumon's reading it.
And the Bob's on his way as well, has the tempered fate. Yike flag and drag out Skumon with the world end of public execution in, but Kana is met by 2 immediately and has to dash away. A tempered fate will lock Kana up. The minion wave now here to tank for a second. Kana tries to flash away, but the slows from LeBron. The Meeps doing their work, the charm and the chimes. In the end, Kana will escape with a TP coming out of Yahoo.
Caps' shockwave found nothing, which actually let Kana get away. Busio thinks he can make the play happen though.
Tidal wave splits the upright and LeBron has a magical journey. He's caught in the middle of it, but it still can take it a second time. No chase from G2. KCR pushing through mid, but Caliste needs to go back to base.
Yeah, who's very tanky on the side lane, which means it's going to take a while to get through him, and he can clear these waves very effectively.
So their TP down coming behind as Broken Blade looks for the taunt. Caps is here. Command protects Shockwave, and Kana a Shockwave through his brain as he didn't expect to be ganked by Caps. Does have the flash, but does he have a way to get out of this situation? A little bit of outcode gaming, perhaps. Take a small break, BB and Caps that will collapse. And Kana, even with the shields, shouldn't be able to get away. Kana dies, Caps gets the kill. And there's the TP advantage we were talking about earlier.
G2 have just been playing the map state incredibly well.
Yeah, who now has his teleport available. He'd love to get that level 16. Oh!
Caps chunked out massively. The culling does connect, and Caps is low XP, has to flash away from public execution. Yike trying to get on towards the backline's tidal wave, forces Caps up towards the top side. Yike goes in with a cataclysm, a tempered fate. Will stop time for a second hero's entrance as well. A double taunt. Is it enough to take down Skew? It doesn't seem to be. Skewmon survived through it with the help of a stand united from his brother BB, who's caught out with the Aqua Prism, and Busio eventually finds a kill for KC.
Caliste sets up that play for KC. This is what you need to be doing on Illusion.
This guy is on another level right now. Lebrov did a good job as well with the Tempered Fate, catching onto Caliste, stopping the initial burst of damage, but this is what can happen. Tempered Fate goes wide, the culling lands, and now Lebrov is forced away. Unsummer trying to escape, Yike will fall for it. Yahoo here with the TP in from BB, no stand united for him. The taunt's gonna land on two, Skewmon dead, double tidal wave as well for the knockup, and Skewmon needs to get out. World Ender pop, Kana flashes away from the infernal chains. And in the end, a 1-for-1 is all she wrote.
KC needed to try and take that fight because Skewmon stayed standing. Their jungler went down. It might have been enough for G2 thought they could have taken a fight at that Baron. But with KC putting enough hurt onto them, they will back away.
I think KC's just a bit too trigger happy. Like, Caliste had already done the work that they needed to do. After finding a trade like that, G2's forced to retreat. You have numbers advantage. You can use that time to get the vision that you want, to get the control or the space or whatever it is that you want to do. But instead, because they committed to the fight, Yike then went way too deep, and it ends up being a trade 1-for-1 where KC don't really get much off the back of it. The way in which Caliste is playing right now is exactly what you need to be doing on Lucian, but Yike had already lost so much HP off the back of a small skirmish with Skewmon that he ends up throwing away his life, and it ends up being a 1-for-1.
16 stand united as well. Gives so much. The bundle pipes now completed on towards Broken Blade as well. Very supportive build here.
A Scots at New Year's. He's bagpiping from sunrise to sunset. And there's a Titanic Hydra in there somehow as well.
Oh!
As we see the Temper Fate connecting, Yike has the GA, will flash away. Broken Blade trying to get on towards that backline. Taunt into taunt as Broken Blade pulls Yahoo away from the rest of the team. Caps trying to keep Kana at bay himself as well.
That is a nice headshot that comes through from Hansama. G2 are winning the war of attrition. They are chipping away at KC's HP. The healing for Busio is good, but G2 have position on the objective. So now these Caitlyn traps are doing some serious work. KC, I think they're going to have to abandon this, but they're TPing in.
Yeah, who's TPing towards the bottom side. Kana looking for that public execution. Yike looking to get in with the cataclysm. Goes in. Public execution on the backline, but it's only on the Lebrov. Hero's entrance as well to separate the team. Caps goes on a rampage as Busio and Caliste caught. Skewmon dashing across the wall here to chase out the Nami. Caps with a stopwatch in the pit as the rest of G2 try to come to his aid but can't get there quickly enough. It doesn't matter. They'll sacrifice Caps for the rest of KC. Yike, that guardian angel is more like a devil on your shoulder as G2 wipe away Karmine Corp.
Skewmon and Caps find the combo onto the back line. The flash from Skewmon set up for the shockwave, and it's reminiscent of what we saw at the World Championship last year.
For their next objective.
Caps is going to respond. Caps is there. Yike's on the bottom side of the map as well. Currently pathing down towards it. Caps trying to clear the wave in time. The shockwave to pull back Caliste. The culling coming out. Caps may have sacrificed himself for this again. Has the Zhonya's, has the stand united, has the shielding. And the tower remains. Inhibitor towards the top side is G2. Look for the Tempered Fate, but can't quite land it. Caps now going to TP into the fight. There's only Kana here to defend. Yahoo there to try and bolster them up. But G2 may have pulled the rope, but don't. Caps gets a kill onto Yike. It was BB who TP'd and KC who fell. Caliste here, but all he can do is stand and watch. He's haunted by BB. The top father is here to make sons of KC.